Hi, welcome back. It's day 7 of the Advent Art Journal, and today's prompt is playing card. Again, just like yesterday, I've got no plan as to what I'm going to be doing, except I have bought these cute little teeny tiny playing cards, and our prompt is playing cards today. Did I say that? Anyway, playing cards. And I want to use these. I'm not sure how or when or where, but I love them. They're so cute. I've not even opened the package yet. They even came with a tiny little box. They're so cute. Let's maybe, how about we use the box? Just don't know logistically if that's going to be possible. Let's quickly fold this guy and make it into a box. Okay. But no idea how to fold this. I'm just going by instinct. Okay. I guess, that's the box part, I would imagine. I don't know how to do this. Oh my gosh. I think we're going to give this up as a bad job. Maybe, just maybe, I don't know. I should have tried this off camera. Oh, there we go. It's coming together. Let's fold that in. Yes. It's a cute little box of playing cards. Oh my goodness. That's cute. Do you, however, think it's not going to work to put this in a journal that's going to be, it's going to be too chunky? So I'm sorry, little box. Not today. Don't know what that is. I did quickly just want to add one of these to the cover of my book because I think that looks cute. If it could stick out somewhere, that'll be cute. Yes, let's do it. I'm kind of going behind my crinkly paper there. Yes, that looks cute. I like it. Okay, let's grab the next page. It's going to be a single page again today. This one. And I did think of perhaps putting them like on the side of the page, make a little border on the side of the page. But first we need to work on the actual page and get that done. I know I said that we will mostly use the stencils from the Advent calendar, but I do have a perfect stencil here in my little stencil folder, and it's that one or that one. This one has smaller. Let's go with this one. I feel like this one's got a little bit more variety. There we go. I just don't know what we'll do. Shall we start with color? Let's do that. Let's start with just putting some color on this page, because I have no idea. Let's play with this big brush, and I'm gonna go in. No, we at least want something that's going to match the cards, which is black and white. But I don't want to do just a black and white page. Pink goes really well with black and white. I mean red and white. I don't want to go red. That's way too much for me. Okay, let's just start with a little bit of ballet. 1, 2, 3. The brush is a little bit damp. Just helping to move that paint around a bit. Here we go. And let's go with Kissy. 1, 2, 3. Are blending in quite a bit. Can't really see the brightness and the lightness and the darkness of these. Doesn't matter, it's okay. We've got a base layer down, and then let's do some stenciling. But first we'll dry it off. And now I'm wondering if we should do some, let's go with red stenciling through this playing card stencil. So that's Marlene's Ho Ho Ho, which is blocked. Can you tell how much I use this? Never. I never use red. I think I dislike red even more than orange, to be honest. You all know that I've had a running battle with orange, but I suspect red is maybe even worse than orange. Okay, let's use no. Okay, just gonna go in quite randomly. Just gently go through that stencil. First one I did was a little bit messy, but that's it again. It's not a problem because it's just part of the background. I've got no idea what the foreground's going to be like, or what the focal image is going to be, if there is going to be a focal image. I guess we'll see after this video what's happening. All right, I do like that red on the pink. Just going to rinse out my little sponge as well while I'm trying this. I always rinse out my little sponges for 2 reasons actually. First of all, I don't think that we need to overconsume. I think that if something can be reused, we owe it to the planet to reuse things and not overconsume, and there's no point in throwing a perfectly good sponge into the bin and have it in some landfill somewhere and just creating more mess and pollution. So that's my first reason. And then secondly, these consumables can get quite expensive, and we obviously, the less money we spend on these kind of things, the more money we can spend on these kind of things. So yeah, it's just, that's my wisdom for you today, is to reuse your sponges so you've got money for other things. Okay, I'm going to go in with black. I'm just going to use the numbers. I've used these numbers quite a bit, and you can see that because of all my vigorous cleaning, I've kind of managed to mess them up a bit. That's okay. They still work. You can still see that they are numbers. And I'm just going to do a couple of clusters, 3 clusters actually. Now that we've spoken about my rule of 3s, you'll see that I like to use 3s all the time. Okay, there we go. That's quite random, I think. And then I think we also need to add white in here because this is not bright enough, I think. I'll just wash this sponge again. Okay. What will we use though? Cards? Should we use the word cards, or should we go with bigger numbers? Let's go with cards. Let's see if I can squeeze a little bit more paint from this very empty. So I don't want it too opaque because then it's not going to be part of the background. If I use my Amsterdam acrylic for this, I think it's going to be too bright and in your face. I just want it to be in the background. Just a touch of white. It's not really enough, but anyway. Let me try and get some more paint out of here. Oh, there we go. And I'm going to do just a little bit of mark making. Oh, did you see I managed to fix my brush? The other day it broke off. The whole tip came off, but I managed to help it out of its misery, which helped me out of my misery, because I really love this brush. I love the shape that it makes. I feel like maybe these marks were now too much on the page, but that's okay. They are actually dulling down a little bit now that I'm drying it, so I think it's okay. Okay, what are we going to do as a focal image? I have no idea, but I do know that I want these on the side of the page. So let me glue those down and then we'll take it from there, I think. So I wonder if the best way is going to be doing that. I don't know if that's the best way. We'll see. And then we'll go in with a black one. And it's just going to be kind of a border along the edge of that page. Oh, I think those are so cute. We need another black one. Let's go with a 10. And then a character. Let's go with the Queen of Hearts. And we have space for one more. That's cute. I hope that's going to last. I hope it's not going to come off. And then I feel like this background is very like in your face. And I'm not too sure if I should do a focal image or if I should just do the word play, or what do I do? maybe I can do the black heart over there and then the word play. Let's try that. Let's try it and see. And I also wonder if I should not maybe do it with embossing powder. That could be fun. Let me grab some embossing powder. Okay, just hold on. I'll be back in a second. Okay, I've got some black embossing powder, and what I'll do, I'm going to go in with this embossing brush. I'm just going to add a little bit on my glass mat. It's not a glass mat. On my mat, and pick it up with my sponge. I'm going to just stencil through that heart there. Make sure I've got a nice even coverage there. And of course I don't have, oh, that's not going to work. Let's try this one. Okay. Put some embossing powder on there. Oh, that looks nice already. Okay, and then we'll just take the excess off with a paintbrush. I'm not a card maker, so I don't have that little powder bag for embossing. For the most part, it doesn't really bother me if there's little bits hanging out. If there are little crumbs of embossing powder, specks of embossing powder still somewhere on my page, as long as the main focal thing that I've got there looks all right, then I'm happy. Okay, let's do this. I hope it's going to be dark enough, because it seems like it's not going to be dark enough. Maybe you can do a second coat. It's burning my hands. There we go. There's very few things on earth that are quite as satisfying as embossing powder, don't you think? Gosh, I love it. Love watching it melt. Okay, there we go. It turned out quite black, so I'm happy with that. And then I think let's maybe do the word play as well. I'm just going to go over there. There should still be more than enough embossing ink on this sponge for me to get a fairly decent coverage, I hope. Of course you can't see anything because it's all colorless, but anyway, we'll try and make it work. There we go, we did it. Oh, that looks cute. I'm just going to go and do a little bit more. Make sure it's well covered. Always cover your embossing powder. Never let it to chance and think you're not going to knock it over. Just cover it, please. I'm just going to clean it up somewhat. Of course, my paper is also really textured, so this powder is going kind of everywhere. That's good enough for me. And then we'll just heat it up and watch the magic happen. That's nice. Very nice. Okay. And then I think we just need to finish off with a little bit more white on here. So all I'm going to do is go around the edges with my white Posca paint pen. I'm only going to do it on the left and the bottom. So almost like a little highlight coming from the side of the page here. It's just going to help things pop out a little bit more, a little better. Okay, I feel like I don't want to mess with it too much. Maybe I'll just do a little bit of shading on the side there. Oh, my pencil is so blunt. I don't know if I'm going to get anything off here. Maybe I'll just use a thin paintbrush. Just take some water off the tip. Because in true Michelle fashion, I actually don't know where my paintbrush is. That's too much, girl. I feel like that's maybe bringing them out a little bit more. Yeah, it just adds something that's kind of a finishing touch. And where I've gone over my little cards, I can just wipe it off with a baby wipe. That's it. I think I'm happy with this for today. I really like these little cards. That's it. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to do all those YouTube things like subscribing and liking and sharing. Share your work over on the community section and also on the Ujabule Facebook page. And I will be back tomorrow with another video.